And I think I'd be a 3. Right now, you get to shoot, you get to take guys out on the wing. Defensively, though, I'd have to make sure I call for some help because laterally, you got to be able to move out there with those guys. But I think definitely it'd be the 3, 4, and 5 the way the game is evolved.
And you can bring the ball up. I've seen you do it. I know you can do it in this game as well.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you have a lot more opportunity to do it in this game, and that's not a criticism. It's actually, I love the way the game is played now. It's a lot less hand-checking, more space, and when you play with guys like I did from the Peja Stojakovic's and all the great shooters, the Tracy Murrays, those guys, it's that much easier to play in space because the defense has to honor those guys, and if they space out, that means you may just have a wide-open lane to the basket.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Teague feeling it out a bit. And Embiid with the block.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
Simmons on the wing. Teague covering. And they double up Embiid. Out to Harris. Fires for 3. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
And that one misses.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
And he's good on the second. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Here's T after the made shot from Joel Embiid.
Oh, he's a solid shot blocker now. It's thanks to his timing and great anticipation skill. It's not easy scoring on Horford.
Goes back up.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Out to Harris. 3-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Now, we've seen an improvement in this aspect of Harris's game. I mean, his ability to stretch the floor with the shooting, nice.
Pass to Towns. Teague left side. 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. And it's sent back by Horford.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Now, here's Culver. A floater, and the rejection by Embiid. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And it's Harris off the drive. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Harris has got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Teague's at the ball here for the Timberwolves. Timeout called first of the game for Minnesota. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, T kicks to Wiggins. Here's Towns. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Philadelphia leading by 10. To the middle, here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now, here's Culver. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Wiggins passes to T, and it's blocked by Simmons.
At the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks. Wow. Look out.
It's a beautiful jam.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Towns against Embiid. And there's the pass to Teague. And here's Culver. Shot clock at 6. Teague finds Wiggins. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Towns against Simmons. Takes the 13-footer, and there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Simmons.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Teague against Simmons. Teague dishes to Covington. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
You can't be too far off Covington. He's skilled at sizing up the defense and firing once he gets it.
Simmons inside the line, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up, and Minnesota gets called for the foul.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Simmons. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Now here's Wiggins. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Culver. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
If there's ever a successful shot that still gets your coach mad at you, that's the one.
And Simmons kicks to Richardson. From 10 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Up top, Covington, guarded by Horford. Here's Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Towns has got 5.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him.
Just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. Outside, Simmons. Out left to the wing. And Horford wide open. He shoots. The 76ers with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 10. On the wing, Wiggins. Down low. And stolen by Horford. Harris finds Richardson. Off target from outside. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. For 3, Okogie. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Simmons looking around. Inside, here's Embiid. Makes it off the glass. He's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Okogie, the pass to Towns. To the paint. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended. Was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
The free throw drops for Towns. And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Should we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simmons passes to Bolden. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Layman. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Smith, the pass to Bolden. Bounce pass, Smith. O'Quinn in the post. Towns on him. O'Quinn can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Okogie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Got to get the whole team pumped up.
Here's Simmons. And good that time. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Passes it to Bell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And when you think of Jordan Bell, you think of do-it-all big man.
Specifically how strong he is on defense. Great timing for blocking shots, good hands, and can guard anybody out on the floor. Can finish plays as well when moving at the hoop.
The first free throw is good.
What's attractive about Bell is that he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, Kevin, if you know what I mean. His versatility is something teams value tremendously.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Onley's checked in. And so he hits both.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series-ending fall-away jumper 4 times bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Now, here's Culver. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Bell kicks to Layman. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And for the Sixers, 2 consecutive seasons, Chris, getting knocked out in the second round. How did they get over the hump?
Well, Kevin, first you want to start with health. And then after, can your guys stay healthy? How about the chemistry? The East is wide open. They have the talent to beat anybody.
Culver with it. He kicks to Bell. Pass to Okogie. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a 2-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
Now, here's Culver. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Comes up empty down low.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy layup.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drop for Smith. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Both free throws good from Smith. 1:04 left to play in the first. Culver passes to Layman. And here's Vonleh. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's the pass to Jang. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the basket by Okogie.
An impressive all-around player. Culver passes the ball well for a guy at that position.
Simmons inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jarrett Culver.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line. Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
That free throw, no good.
Well, growing up in Australia, Ben Simmons played lots of Australian rules footballs. When you watch him play, that's the toughness you see.
He doesn't get the second one.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
Okogie misses.
Oh, sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
Bolden, good. Here's Okogie, covered by Smith. From deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Philadelphia, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated, seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Smith and Harris are out on the wings. Then it's Mike Scott. Then it's Simmons. And it's Bolden in at center. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Here's Simmons after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Teague against Simmons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jeff Teague. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Timberwolves trail by 7. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Simmons against T. Bolden passes to Harris. Got a piece of it. Here's Okogie. 5 points in the game. Knocked away. And stolen by Scott. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Count that bucket. Harris has got 9.
Well, once again, Harris showing off his incredible physique. Just really blowing past defenders in the open floor.
Here's Okogie. Good work defensively by Smith. Simmons against T. Simmons passes to Harris. He dishes it to Scott. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bolden, and the rejection by Jang. They get it back. Right side Simmons. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter. Teague against Simmons. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Out to Smith. The 3. No good there. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Now T. Pass to Okogie. Now here's Teague. Pass to Vonleh. To end the drought. It's hauled in by the 76ers. At one point, they led by 16. Outside, Simmons. There's the dish to Harris. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by Jang.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Bolden. Horford comes in for Scott, and it's Richardson in for Zaire Smith. And then for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Noah Vonleh. Robert Covington comes in for Jake Layman. And Wiggins is subbed in for Josh Okogie. Now here is Harris. He's got 9. And the rejection by Towns. Here's Covington, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I mean, you can't allow Covington to beat you on the drive. Given his athleticism, you have to clog up these lanes.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Well, you look at Tobias Harris. I mean, it's remarkable the way he's improved. His confidence from three-point range, a huge part of it.
And Harris drops them both. Well, you look at Harris's long-range shooting. Nothing special, Chris, through the first 6 years of his career. But then he turned it around.
Well, Kevin, you know he had laser eye surgery in the summer of 2017. And after that, his shooting improved dramatically. Man, I got to go get surgery now. Anyway, maybe he should be a spokesperson based on how well it worked out for him.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves. 8-point game. Here's Towns. Outside Teague. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Simmons, tipped away. Covington with the steal. Teague for 3. The shot, no good.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Here's Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Now here's Teague. Kicks to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Over Richardson. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Simmons on the wing. Teague covering. Fades and shoots. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The kick out to Teague. Another miss by Minnesota.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Timberwolves trail by 12. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Richardson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
For Philadelphia, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Richardson taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Minnesota. Bell is checked in for Jang. And Culver's subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Richardson drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Culver with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. On the wing, Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To halt the run. They grab their own miss. And Wiggins able to finish.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Simmons against Bell. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Here's Horford. Got a piece of it. Wiggins with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Wiggins drives in over Richardson. That one a little long. The 76ers leading by 12. Horford the pass to Simmons. Lets it go from deep. Good tee by Bell. Timberwolves trail by 12. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Culver dishes to Wiggins. Shoots from 14. That one off the back iron and out. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by Covington. Richardson the pass to Horford. And he gets it to go. Horford's got his second basket.
Oh, he's a long and athletic big man. Horford's a dependable interior scoring option.
Culver kicks to Covington. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Fades. Puts up a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Covington against Harris. Covington into the lane. He feeds it to Towns. Tries again. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Al Horford. .146 left in the first half of basketball. Richardson gets a wide open look. Another miss by Philadelphia.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
A three-pointer, Wiggins. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind,
taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
no, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Now, here is Bell. Shot clock at 6. Wiggins passes to Culver. Over Simmons. Culver's shot is off. And the 76ers with possession. They're on an 18-7 run. Harris inside. Defended by Covington. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The 76ers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Smith comes in for Simmons. Timberwolves also changing it up. Lonley's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. And Okogie subbed in for Wiggins. That's good from Harris.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. It's good. Harris has got 18 points.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
And here's Culver. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Clock at 6. Here's Layman, guarded by Harris. The shot by Layman, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. I mean, they just bullied their way up and down the floor in a 15-1 run to start things off. They faced a much tougher fight in the second quarter, though, and by the end of one, their lead was down to a 7-point margin. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3 ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. And it's Teague in at the point guard. Now here's Richardson. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. No good from Simmons. The Timberwolves shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Outside Teague. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Simmons. Richardson outside. Here's Harris. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Timberwolves.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Now here's Teague. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, we've seen Harris step up as an offensive threat. I mean, the more he looks to score, the better he is.
Outside Teague. Dishes it to Wiggins. Six on the shot clock. He kicks it to Culver. Beyond the arc. He's off on that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Harris. Horford trying to free himself up. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's just the big boy muscle of Harris, a real energizer who just fights through contact on his shots.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
I mean, you look at the all-around game of Harris, he's even been good from the free throw line.
For Minnesota, they've gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Now, here's Culver. D right on him. Back to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Pass to Simmons. With some arc, and the rejection by Towns. Here's Wiggins. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Harris outside. Richardson outside. On the wing, Harris. 13 feet away. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. The Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Embiid with the steal. Harris finds Richardson. Horford with it. Back to Richardson. Five on the clock. For three, Harris buries the long-range jumper. Harris has got 28 points for the game.
This is what the play's designed to do. Space the floor. Get Harris a look that he likes.
Teague dishes to Towns. The pass to Culver. Now Covington. Wiggins outside. Teague for three. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Simmons and the rejection by Towns. Now Teague. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Culver with it. Simmons is there. The kick out to Teague. That doesn't go in either for Teague.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Here's Simmons. Simmons missing again.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Teague, the pass to Towns. And that one is off. Now the 76ers with it. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Count it, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range. In the second half, they're 0 for 4. Culver with it. Simmons is there. Now, here's Culver. No points in the game yet for him. Covington with the bucket.
And Covington, this is one of his favorite shots. He's a lights-out perimeter shooter with textbook form.
Feeds it to Harris. A second chance effort. Lays it up and banks it in. Harris has got 30 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Culver. Pass to Wiggins. Outside Teague. Over Richardson. But they get it there. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jonah Bolden's checked in for the 76ers. Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Okogie comes in for Culver. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. Passes it to Simmons. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jeff Teague.
What athleticism from the young guard. Simmons is excellent at cutting into the heart of the defense.
Tonight, he's gone 3 of 6 from the line.
2.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the 76ers. Scotty's checked in for Embiid, and Smith's subbed in for Josh Richardson. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Jake Layman subbed in for Wiggins. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Back to Teague. Over Simmons. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Now here's Teague. Looking to get back on track here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Teague.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
And Philadelphia making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. And so Teague gets 2 free throws. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 20. And they double up Simmons. Pass to Bolden. From the arc. And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Timberwolves shooting only 21% from the field so far. The pass to Vonleh. The kick out to T. Pass to Chang. Shot clock at 6. Here's a Kogi. It's stolen by Smith. Fast break Philadelphia. Smith with the ball. Simmons left side, and Simmons slams it in.
I mean, that's too easy for Simmons. I mean, the closer he gets to the bucket, the more dangerous he is.
Teague against Simmons. Teague, the pass to Okogie. Over Smith. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now, here is Smith. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Teague. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Minnesota making some changes. Jordan Bell comes in for Jang, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Shooting 1.
Free throw drop for Smith. Here's Okogie. 7 points in the game. Shot from the low block. The shot is good off the backboard. Okogie's got 9.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
And Simmons kicks to Scott. Pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Teardrop shot. It's tipped, but he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Napier with it. Now Smith defending. Stolen by O'Quinn. Simmons with it. He's got 22. Steps back and fires. And that one hits back iron.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Now here's Napier, covered by Smith. Here's Vonleh. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. The shot by Lehman, no good. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Out to Smith. This one for three. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 8th assist in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Napier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal foul.
The Timberwolves have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Raul Neto's checked in for Simmons. And he sinks the second. And here are the 76ers now. Neto kicks to O'Quinn. Neto surveying the floor. Pass to Scott. And it's denied. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Lehman. And no good. Nice D from Scott. And the pass to Neto. He dishes it to Scott. O'Quinn, the pass to Bolden. Over Bell. It's off.
That kind of effort on defense is just huge. Bell showing some real hustle and energy.
Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Philadelphia 76ers. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Kyle O'Quinn, Ennis out there with Mike Scott. And it's Smith, and it's Neto in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Pass to Scott. Here's Neto. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. They get the rebound. O'Quinn Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Putting the cherry on top of that layup has a little fun with the double clutch.
One shot.
And that one falls for O'Quinn. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Passes it to Bell. And here is Graham. Shot clock at 6. The 10-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The 76ers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Now Ennis. Pass to Scott. Good. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Conley kicks to Lehman. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. And the whistle blew, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Bates Diop's checked in. Good on the second free throw. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Scott the pass to Ennis. Back to Scott. And there's the pass to Neto. To the middle. Here's O'Quinn, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Now, here's Napier. And O'Quinn sends it back. Smith outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Lehman kicks to Napier. Back to Lehman. It's stolen by Smith. And now the 76ers on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your 76ers, Smith. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Last on the first.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. So it's Minnesota now. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Yep, that one goes in there. Here's Neto. Pass to Smith. Down low. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Graham surveying the floor. Takes a 3. But they recover it. Napier passes to Bates-Diop. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Chang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. So it's the Timberwolves now. Graham kicks to Bell. Just 5 on the clock. Jang, and the layup's good off the glass. Here's Neto. Poked away. Now here's Napier. He's guarded closely. Here's Graham. Scott pulls it in.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Here's Thibault. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Ennis passes to Scott. Here's Thibault. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Now here's Napier. He's covered closely.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Here's Thibault. Graham defending. Thibault, the pass to Ennis. To the left side wing. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Thibault can't get it to go. The Timberwolves shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Passes to Napier. Graham with the ball. Pass to Bates-Diop. He tries for 3, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Trey Burke's checked in for Philadelphia. Kicks it to O'Quinn. Back to Burke. Ball's knocked loose. Scott the pass to Ennis. And it's blocked. And here's Napier. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn, and he gets it back. 4 on the clock. Fires from deep. But they'll get another chance. There's the pass to Bates-Diop. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You too. That's a jump ball.
They get a hand on it, so it's the Timberwolves now. And Zhang kicks to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bell. From deep three-point range, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And the 76ers making a change here. Bolden's checked in. And Philadelphia has possession. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Thibault. Graham defending, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Shooting for Philadelphia. Dial. 2 shots.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Graham. The dish to Jang. The feed now to Napier. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Now here's Burke. Napier covering, and the rejection by Jang. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. On the free throw, no good. Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Now here's Napier. Not a lot of room. Makes it off the glass.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Burke kicks to Ennis. Passes it to O'Quinn. Back to Ennis. Shoots. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Graham, the pass to Bates-Diop. Off target with his 3. And it's Burke with the ball for Philadelphia. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Minnesota shooting a rough 22% so far in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jang with the ball. Working on O'Quinn. Jang, no luck.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Pass to Thibault. O'Quinn with it. The pass to Thibault. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. No good on the layup.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Bates-Diop, the pass to Jang. Now Napier. Pass to Graham. Here's Bates-Diop. Burke covering. Shot from the wing. Bates-Diop misses. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-7 run. Over to the left wing. Here's Thibault. Graham defending. Pulls it from 20. Thibault can't get it to go.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Now here's Napier. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
T-Wolves ball.
Raul Neto's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jake Layman's checked in for Jordan Bell. 5 to shoot. Another shot. Good, nice play there from Napier.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Here's Neto. Passes it to Burke. There's the triple. Good on the triple.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Yeah, indeed, like that isn't going to get you back in the game. You have to stay connected to these shooters.
So it's Minnesota now. Philadelphia able to drain the three. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Neto. Now here's Burke. Napier covering, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Trey Burke. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Last on the first.
And that one falls for Burke. Burke hits them both. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Philadelphia.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Ben Simmons.
His passes were crisp tonight. Pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Lehman.
One shot.
Three-point play.
And it's Burke with the ball for Philadelphia. Now the pass to Ennis. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Over Napier. Another miss by Philadelphia. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Bates Diop, the pass to Vonleh, and it's good for 2.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Burke with it. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour